the host of Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. I just wanted to come on really quick and I'll talk to you guys because I'm preparing for my training, my course for tomorrow. If you have not registered already, and I don't mind if you want to register today, that's fine. As of tomorrow morning, I won't be able to get anybody else in. But if you want to register, go to overcomingnarcissistabuse.ticketleap.com. And I'm preparing for the class. I'm excited about what I'm going to teach. And this is in the series of breaking the chains of trauma bond. And I think it's very relevant that in order to break trauma bonds, education, knowledge, understanding, and most importantly, ancient wisdom is something that I'm going to talk about tomorrow. Ancient wisdom lets us know you should know your enemy. And the reason why you should know your enemy, because if you understand your enemy, you'll understand how not to get caught up in their game, especially of manipulation, what I'm talking about tomorrow. But to know your enemy and to know why they're doing what they're doing and how they're doing it keeps you from even reacting. Your reactions instead of your responses. See, once you understand what they're doing and why they're doing or why they're manipulating and how they're manipulating, it allows you to step back and not react, but to strategically think of how you're going to respond. The thing about a narcissist or a person that manipulates, it's a game of power and control. And oftentimes we give up our power. We give them more power than they deserve. So we look at them as being these very powerful individuals. They're not as powerful as you think they are. We give them power. It's just like a mama bear, or a mother or father, that fights for their young. They'll fight to the death to make sure that young is taken care of. Go look at any video of an animal protecting their young. They'll die protecting their young. And many of you are like that. When it comes to my babies, when it comes to my children, I'll fight you. It doesn't matter how big you are. It doesn't matter how strong you are. All that fear, all that fear that you may have had or the apprehensions you may have had, let somebody mess with your baby. Well, that's the same way you have to look at a narcissist, because a narcissist gets power by your reaction because it gives them fuel. Or a manipulator, they get fuel knowing that they are in power or they feel empowered, that they have power over another human being or they have power over someone. But to understand your enemy, to understand how are they manipulating, what are the rationales, what are some of the reasons, what drives them to manipulate, what are the thoughts on their mind. Know your enemy. And when you know your enemy, this series that I'm doing of breaking the chains of the trauma bond is different series that gives you information, and that information, that knowledge, that revelation is a key to unlock different parts of you inside your mind, inside your heart that may have been locked up by an abuser, your parents or anybody else, or the lover, homie, lover, friend, whatever, fiance, wife, husband, whatever. But as you follow me, as you come into these classes, I'm giving you keys to unlock places that you have found yourself in bondage. And so I want you guys to come and join me. If you want to, it's still open for you to come in. I've just sent out information. I'm finishing up the class so that we can get some information out there to you, some revelation out there, because you guys are stronger than what you think you are. We're trying to keep from reacting and strategically responding. But in order to do that, you have to, ancient wisdom, you have to know thy enemy. You have to know your enemy. You have to know how they function. You have to know how they operate. You have to know why they're doing what they're doing. How are they doing what they're doing? And you'd be surprised that some people that are not narcissists, you'll start picking up on that manipulative behavior. But a lot of times not a lot of times, but your reactions are a reinforcement that reinforces that bad behavior. So now we have to change some things. So you guys join me tomorrow. It is at 12:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is 12:30, 11:30. Let me see, 12, I'm counting backwards, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30 Central Time, 3:30 Eastern Time. You can still register. Go to overcomingnarcissistabuse.ticketleap.com. I have my assistant, which is Just Be Real, who's taking names. I'm sending her names that she knows who to, because I will send you, once you make the payment for the class, I send you the link so that you can log on tomorrow when the class is live at 12:30. Pacific Standard Time, and you can join me while I'm teaching you strategies. I'm giving you information. I'm giving you keys to help open up these doors. It doesn't happen all at one time. Don't think that you're going to come to one class and all of a sudden you have aha and you're the super narc buster. That doesn't work that way. But I want to take you through a process, and these are keys to opening up your mind, opening up places that you have been taken in bondage. You have been taken prisoner, things that have been said, the way that you have been made to feel. And you'll find out that the person that was manipulating you, or the person that was harassing you or abusing you, whether it was the narcissist or any other person, are actually the weak ones. You're not the weak one. And you have to realize, as hard as they attack you, why would you attack me so hard? I'm not anybody special, because of how powerful you really are. You give them more power than they deserve. So join me, overcomingnarcissistabuse.ticketleap.com. Go ahead and register. I still have some space. You guys come on in there, and I will be broadcasting. So I'm sitting here, well, not broadcasting live all over the social media, but this is a private room for those of you that don't want to show your face and don't want to put your name in there. I respect that, because this is your space, your private space. And I will also be starting support groups. We'll have some support groups, and we're going to put some topics out there so I can work with a lot of you guys. Understandably, I cannot provide you with therapy across state lines. However, what I can do is provide you with support groups. And I'm going to start support groups so that you guys can come and work with me during those support groups. And we're going to have some topics that we're going to talk about. And I'm going to take the time. I love teaching. I am a teacher at heart. I love teaching. And I just love teaching. And I love teaching people that are hungry to learn something. And so I'm going to start some support groups. You guys let me know if you would like to join some support groups. And I'm going to set up some support groups, and we're going to do it on Zoom. And I'm going to take the time, because I love teaching. I'm telling you, I love teaching, and I love teaching people that are hungry and need healing. And so I appreciate each every one of you. Make sure overcomingnarcissistabuse.ticketleap.com. You'll see it across the screen. I'm going to make sure I put it in the thumbnail, whatever I have to do. You still got time to come in and register, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Go be great.